deployment in LA. Today is July 7, 2025. Dozens of federal officers and approximately 90 California National Guard troops, backed by 17 Humvees, tactical vehicles, and helicopters, briefly deployed to MacArthur Park in Los Angeles, a heavily immigrant-populated neighborhood. The operation was intended to safeguard ICE agents during a planned raid. No arrests have been confirmed. Again, today is July 7th. Dozens of federal officers and approximately 90 California National Guard troops, backed by 17 Humvees, tactical vehicles, and helicopters, briefly deployed to MacArthur Park in Los Angeles, a heavily immigrant-populated neighborhood. The operation was intended to safeguard ICE agents during a planned raid. No arrests have been confirmed, and defense officials clarify that troops were present for protection only, with no active arrests carried out. Again, that's according to APnews.com and one other official source. Former Russian transport minister found dead. Roman Starovoit, Russia's recently fired minister of transport, was found dead today near Moscow with an apparently self-inflicted gunshot wound, just hours after President Putin announced his dismissal. Authorities highlight that the weapon was a Kremlin-awarded pistol and are treating it as a probable suicide. However, the timing and circumstances have resonated public suspicion, triggering a criminal probe and renewed concern about possible Kremlin involvement, according to the dailybeast.com. Again, if you all are just jumping in, if you guys are just coming into play right now, Los Angeles, at MacArthur Park is heavily populated neighborhood. The operation was intended to safeguard ICE agents during a planned raid, and no arrests have been confirmed as of right now. Again, former Russian transport minister found dead. Roman Starovoit, Russia's recently fired minister of transport, was found dead today in his Telsa near Moscow with an apparently self-inflicted gunshot wound, just hours after President Putin announced his dismissal. Highlight that the weapon was a Kremlin-awarded pistol and are treating it as a probable suicide. However, the timing and circumstances have resonated public suspicion, triggering a criminal probe and renewed concern about possible Kremlin involvement. Thank you all so much for being here. And again, if you all are just jumping in, hello, Emery, welcome. Federal officers, about 90 National Guard troops supported by vehicles and helicopters, entered MacArthur Park in LA and reports of an upcoming immigration raid. Their mission was to protect the ICE agents. No arrests confirmed, and operation ceased without violence as of right now. However, more folks are coming through, more information is coming through, more news is being posted. However, here's the deal. This marks a part of a broader Trump-era nationwide enforcement initiative. Over 4,000 National Guard and hundreds of Marines have been deployed in LA in recent weeks. Governor Newsom and activists condemn it as intimidation, while federal officials insist it's a protective measure, is what they say. However, the voices on the ground say residents, many on horseback, gathered in protest. Tensions rose, but no violent clashes ensued. Still, the presence of tactical vehicles and helicopters ignited public outcry. So here's the deal. This military-style show of force raises serious questions. Are federal troops being used? Operations, could this trigger a confrontation with state sovereignty or escalate nationwide? We ask. The death of Roman Starovoit, just hours after dismissal, was found in his car near Moscow with a gunshot wound. His Kremlin-issued pistol was discovered at the scene. Officials claim suicide, but numerous details remain murky, according to dailybeast.com and two other reputable sources. Starovoit led the transport ministry for just over a year, if you didn't know, amid chronic air transport disruptions due to drone strikes. His dismissal coincided with probes into alleged embezzlement of border defense funds in Kursk Oblast. That's also according to the Daily. What is the public speculation? And again, welcome, Garrett Lindstrom. Social media, opposition circles, and independent analysis compared this to a string of unexplained deaths among Kremlin insiders. The lack of transparency and rapid appearance of staged evidence, such as the gift gun, have intensified suspicion, according to the Daily Beast.com and two other reputable sources. So what's next? A criminal investigation is underway. Kremlin appointed interim minister Andrei Nikitin, as promised, to digitize logistics end quote, digitize logistics, end quote, but many expect deeper political purges. So what is it for immigration enforcement and limits of federal power? In Moscow, questions of regime stability and internal purging, wielding power aggressively, often expose their fragility in reality. So, folks, it's a lot going on, right? Well, that wraps up our breaking coverage from Los Angeles to Moscow. We will continue monitoring developments on federal troop actions and the Starovoit investigation. I am Pavio G. Please stay alert, stay informed, stay safe on this July 7th. This has been Breaking Front Lines, signing off.